On the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready up.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the
Get it.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Let's go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Rock it.
Watch the 6.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 24. Check 24. Kill.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check 41.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Open man is Michael Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Got it. Let's go now. 8-3.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Bravo.
Mike 5-9. Hey, here we go.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Drop deep. Mike's 59.
Deep grip.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Draw out. 5.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Taking it in. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
4-1 Mike.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 41.
Now Haskins to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Undercrush. 41's the mic. They can't hang with us. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Coming.
Now Haskins, third and long. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got one. Check. Watch twist. Sponge. No.
2nd and 9 now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Ready?
Hey, Charlie!
55!
Back to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Haskins on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, just the outlaw. We want this. Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Haskins on the keeper, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Dwayne Haskins keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Redskins have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 1st down, Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. That they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Get it.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike's 56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Haskins to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Redskins 21, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Double dog, that's the way.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Switch.
Hard.
Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Taken in at the 11. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let them know. Hey, 4-1 Mike.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
41 Mike. Army.
Mike 41. I'm going to wedge that, huh? Go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking long for Thomas. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
Check themselves.
Back.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 41 Mike, right here. All day.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Buying time to his left. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, lock it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, wahoo.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
56. Mike 55.
To throw from his end zone. Herbert. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And it's taken in at the 9.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 4.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Taken in at the 22. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Redskins. They'll take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
Take on Austin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mike the 59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Yes.
Watch the pass.
Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On play action, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On second down, this is Cannon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
41 Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 13.
Get it.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go on, go on.
Check the backer, check the backer. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Elliott running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
59, Mike to 59.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Check 52.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch twist, watch the twist. Switch, switch.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check, 59. Blue Dan, blue Dan.
80 weapon.
Wide, get wide.
2nd and 6. And it's caught.
I got you, boy.
And he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop.
55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check 31, check 31.
61, matchbox lights. 5.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Watch the
Leo. Let's go.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the third.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, and the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. All day.
General West.
Just like that. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Mike, check, 59, 59. Watch QB drop.
Look at me, zipper. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Come on now, let's go.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Rock it.
Check. Kill. Shoot.
Now.
Here's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, Delta.
Take you to school. Check nickel.
You're out. Hey!
Banjo.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Hey, Orbit.
You don't want to see me.
To throw on third down. Herbert, that one complete to Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, Haywood. Show.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55.
On fourth down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing on first down. Haskins looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. In your face. Kill.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. It's Kelsey on the grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And it's third down. 3rd and 12.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check. Check 25.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Let's go.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Yep.
Mike 55, Mike.
Ready?
On first down, Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Marr on for the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley. 41 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
On first and 10, Herbert, he'll buy some time right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Watch out.
Switch it.
Under 10. 10. Yup. Stay at home. Hey, check Mike 57.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Record.
Bravo.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Get in the weight room.
Fair.
Tight dog.
Look at me. Door. Hey, Foxtrot. Speed trip.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Cowboys on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
55 Mike, guys, 55.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
You go
Hard.
You got tight right there.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. Cooper's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He don't want it.
Wait, Echo.
Watch the whip.
On first down, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2nd down and inches. And that's Elliott, complete. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be taken very short.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Yo. Bang, bang, bang.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Come on. Kill.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check three.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Mike 57's run.
Time to go. Night.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watch the screen. 57.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
A loss of 11 yards. It's third down.
Ready. This is Pittsburgh. Mike 56.
Hey, let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Redskins, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.